Welcome back to Kakepipe Automotive. So it's been a while since Snetterton. We've had a bit of a break, just kind of relaxing after the last race of last season. But today the girls go into the dyno at PK Automotive in Lincoln. We want to get an idea of what she's actually putting out before we start really delving into the hard work over winter. So yeah, we're gonna load her up on the trailer, get her out there, get some videos, get some dyno graphs, and make a decision on where we go next. See you in a bit. So we just got here outside PK, just letting the car warm up, ready to go in on the dyno, and then hopefully see what she's running. So, back in the garage after the few dyno runs that you've just seen. So she made 184 consistently over 6 runs, and 147 pounds of torque, and that's really low actually. Considering although the class limit is 175 per ton, my current weight lets me go up to about 195, and then I'll be bang on the limit. But the problem is, this is really low down on torque. I mean, I think stock's 160 something, maybe a little bit more. But stock horsepower from a 2.8 VR6 is 174, I think, something like that. Anyway, so from all of the mods that I've done, I've only gained 9 horsepower. And we're talking a ported and polished head, bigger inlet, port matched intake, exhaust modifications. We've got the air intake temp sensor moved. We've done a lot to the car to get the horsepower up, and we've only got 9 horsepower. So I do know there's a bit of blow by, and the reason for that is the oil, the last time I changed it, was quite fuely. It smelled of fuel, it wasn't saturated, there wasn't any condensation in there. But I'm just wondering how bad it is. Also, when we look at the catch tank there, ideally that should be recirculating back into the intake system, and it should have a baffle and all that kind of crap to help minimize hot vapor and condensation and water and etc. getting back into the intake system. It's just bent into atmosphere and it's not really doing a lot. In fact, I've never had to empty that because it's never got full. So what we're going to do now, because of those figures, I just want to see how bad the blow by is and look at each cylinder and look at the compression and see where we're at. So, car's back together. Bottom line is, we're down on cylinder 1. The new engine tolerances are 145 to 189 psi. 5 of my 6 cylinders do fit into that. Obviously cylinder 1 does not. Cylinder 1 is 125. The others are pretty consistent. The bottom line is, yes, we're down. I think we're down on power. Yes, we are definitely down on torque, even from stock. Yes, we are getting blow by. There's no two ways about that. So obviously over the Christmas months it's all going to change anyway because of the 2.9 that's going to go in the car. That would, even at this point, give me the extra 10 horsepower to play with. Great. Don't know the state of that engine. Don't know what the bores are like. I don't know anything. So that engine is going to get a full rebuild from top to bottom. This head will go on the car because this head's already had work. So that will go on the 2.9 block. And then that's how that will run. And then obviously we'll send that block off, the head, sorry, for putting polishing and the bits it needs doing. So yeah, is what it is, but at least I now know it's not 0 and it's not 45, so it's holding some, but it is down. What I do about it in the interim, I'm going to try and get a better catch can and return it back to the intake. I have seen one from Nuke Performance. It's not cheap, but people swear by it, and it looked pretty nice in this engine bay regardless. So yeah, now we know what she's putting out. Now we know that there is an issue. We can move forward with that, and we've got a better idea of what I need to do over the Christmas period, going into the next race season, of where I can play with the car, where I need to put the money, where I need to put the time. So yeah, cheers for sticking around, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Catch you on the next one.